Is it possible
Yeah.
that I am the very first living creature with whom you have spoken today?
This is the first time my voice is being used today. Yes.
I love it. It's my favorite thing.
Not a dog, not a child, not a partner. This is it.
Oh my God. Are you on like Paradise Island? What happened? How did this work out in such your favor?
My husband's shift today, I believe, is 11 to 9 p. 11 a to 9 p. And he had a meeting at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. and there's a gap. So he got up, let the dogs out. He fed them. And I've been dicking around this morning until it was time to record. I woke up. I did a video. I may have given a humph to somebody who on Peloton who wanted me to bend in a way that humans don't bend.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna let you keep rolling. I don't know what did a video means. Is that something in Pelotonese, or did you record a video? You have now like a super public social life that I don't know about, like a social media life. You're doing videos for people, just telling them in general how to behave better and succeed.
Yeah, I'm on Cameo.
Achieve their dreams.
I'm on Cameo. Yeah, I did a Cameo.
I love it. I'm so excited.
Dear listener, I'm on Cameo. Or you could just go onto Brilliant Observations on Facebook and I'll do whatever you fucking want. Or you could pay for it on Cameo. Your choice. Yada da 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 da. Your sister Rose is dead.
Yes, I love it.
That is not. No, I did a little video on the Peloton platform. It was ridiculous. My friend Joel decided to tell me, you should start for your back and knee doing some yoga.
What?
He's not the first to say it, but I'll fucking tell you he's the last. Because
I feel like Peloton is probably not the ideal movement for you if you do have back foibles. I love the Pilates, and if Dr. Jewel says it's the right thing to do, I gotta listen. He has information in his head, and he will share it. I mean, these are good qualities.
I love that you call him Jewel.
Is a Jewel. He's fantastic and shiny. Well, then there you have it.
What's your favorite donut? What's your biggest pet peeve? I know someone who's never had peanut butter. All this and more on today's Brilliant Observations.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you know that's never had peanut butter? That's sickening.
Good morning, Amy. Are you wearing a plushy robe right now to record with me?
Oh, I'm sorry to tell you the answer is yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I have created a home.
I love
it. Our primary bathroom. I don't have a problem saying master bathroom. Let's just do a dog leg there. My son studies architecture. I corrected someone for saying master bathroom. I said, we're not supposed to say master. And he said, that's not true. It has nothing to do with Plantation South or America. It has to do with slave owners and this. So he went into this big, long. So I kind of feel vindicated because my brain wants to say master. So in our master bathroom.
Yes,
right,
master.
It's to our specification. It was a luxury. It is nicer than most hotel bathrooms. It's a wonderful space. The reason I say this is because my fucking kids have got wise to this as well. So the little one in particular, who is approaching 6 feet tall, comes downstairs. He will get up, leave his room with an adjoining ensuite bath, walk past 1, 2, 3, 4 other bathrooms to come down to our bathroom to do his entire morning routine.
Wow.
Entire. The Q-tips, the gargling, the toileting, the shower, all of it. He uses our towels. He replaces the towels. Like he's got his own set of fucking towels. So it's like, you're going through so much fucking trouble. Can you stay out of my bathroom? And he's like, you gotta go through the bath. So I guess the bath is great because it's a nice big roomy walk-in kind of a shower thing with the Anyway, and now he goes through my hair product. Now he's starting to do hair product days. I'm really over it.
That just gets expensive.
Yes. And he's using the wrong hair product, so his hair looks so stupid. So the reason I'm sitting here in a bathrobe is because in the time it took for me to do my morning routine, which is not routine and rarely happens in the morning, I came out to have some coffee. And in the span of time it took for me to make my cappuccino, he snuck into my room, and when he goes in there, he closes the door and doesn't lock it, but closes it in such a way where, for both of our sake, I just don't go in there.
You're saying your youngest has giving treed you the way mine giving tree me.
Well, I don't like that it's true, but yes. I will say
I don't
yes.
really enjoy agreeing with you or relating, but yeah. I, on the other hand, am still in the yucky workout clothes. So not that yucky because I laughed at the girl doing yoga, so I didn't work that hard. So I still need to ride.
No. Tell me about this video that Jewel told you to use. Was he there? Was it a live video where you knew somewhere in the back of your head Jewel was at home in his let's get physical spandex pants, and he's sticking his arms and legs in weird pretzel positions and saying,
So we were down at the shore this past weekend, and our friends Hindy and Joel came, and they're the easiest guests to have. Oh, you want to go to the beach? Bye. And this time I actually went to the beach for a little bit with them. I know, it's a shocker. That's where they keep the sand, Melissa, and the beating sun.
We're going to break you down.
It so happens that this past weekend, it's also where they kept the breeze. And it was a very warm weekend.
It's always breezy at the beach, Melissa.
Well, these are things people should lead with when they are talking to me about, don't you want to come and sit in hot and sticky
and have excellent friends, and someone hands you a drink at the first moment that you're thirsty and not carry your chair because we know who you're married to,
and
have
things.
A red carpet-esque blue fabric
carpet.
protector from the sidewalk to where your chair will be so that you don't have to step in the sand.
Is that weird?
No, that's rich. That's what rich people do at the beach. That's resorty. That's those actually what it is for is universal accessibility. It's so you can ride a wheelchair or a walker. That's what it's for. It's not for your comfort.
The blue magic carpet.
The blue magic carpet that stretches from the paved surface to the basic sand of the beach. It's so that people who are in accessible and wheeled devices can get there. That's what that's for. But
how many of those have you seen on the beach?
I only see them in rich beaches.
No, I meant like
resorts.
Wheelchairs on the beach. Like that's rare, right?
I've seen them from time to time. Or somebody in a walker or whatever. And I mean, fuck them. They need shit too. So, and we all benefit. That's the thing. It was
great.
Those accessibility bathrooms that are 3 times the size, they weren't built for me, but I fucking love it. I use it every time because I can stretch out, read a book, take a nap, whatever's going on
in a public
there.
restroom, all of those things. That's great.
I lie, but I'm just saying I like going in there. Sometimes I got the sink inside, so you don't have to deal with riffraff sink. I love it. I think
Do you know
fantastic.
that I would not use a handicapped toilet for the first 30 to 40 years of my life because...
Oh, Jesus. Why are you so weird?
Well, because I assumed somebody would need it that needed it. Oh. And I didn't want it to be occupied when somebody rolled in to use it or needed it. So I never used it. And I would always wait.
Very kind and misguided.
And then I had children, right? Then I had children and I had a stroller and the Jewish bowel. And I'm like, guess what? Everybody in here. Like, this is what we're doing now.
It was the precursor to the family bathroom, which is a fantastic revelation in modern society. But I'm here to tell you, somewhere along my youth and childhood, I figured out that the accessibility bathroom does not come with a no waiting necessary line. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do now.
Every bathroom comes with somebody could be in there. So you're not guaranteed to have no wait, no line, VIP access only. You're guaranteed to have a space that you can use. So I can use it too. And I firmly believe it. It's not, I didn't choose that I fit in 2 categories, but my ass still fits on that seat. And guess what? When you have long, lean legs like you do, Accessibility toilets are your friend because those other ones is too small and low to the ground. And now you feel like you're in a China squat situation where your knees can't take it. So you need the accessibility, Stretch.
Plus, there's always a working hook for my bag because nobody's reaching all the way up to put that hook, anything on that hook. So
and
every other hook is
lower, so the thieves can't get you. These are the best bathrooms.
Yeah,
I mean, not all accessible. They
I
just
was
need
a
to
big
flip
fan.
them. Yeah, I love it.
So these two friends who stayed with us, one of them does have back issues or hip issues, and he gave me the lowdown on just start basic 5-minute fire log, weird yoga. You'll like it, I promise. And it feels so good. Yeah, it's crisscross applesauce is what fire log is.
Ooh,
and then,
okay, I'm sorry. I love that now.
A couple of cocktails in, my friend Hindi says, I've never had peanut butter. His wife, by the way.
I did like her. It's a shame.
Right?
Why do you have to make me hate her now?
Wait, it gets
This
better.
is not-
She starts making
no,
a list.
No, we have to stop. Because people don't know. I have a picture of this demigod in my brain. So we've got to break it down for others. This is a woman who's highly educated, crazy kind, super charming, beautiful, sweet, bubbly.
Didn't notice the smell of a rotting rabbit in front of my house. Had a lovely lunch with you.
Super polite.
Yeah, she's lovely. They're both so lovely.
She's fucking lovely.
Peanut butter.
And has been educated and lived a life of experiences.
Shocking. This is all
privilege.
shocking.
And now,
Yes.
and now, it's like she's got a fucking dew claw on her calf.
That you didn't know
about.
about.
Hindi?
Right.
What the actual fuck?
She's never had peanut butter. I watched her try an almond for the first time in my life, in her life, as she ate it like a little squirrel who's chewing the edge off a nut and said, nope, that's not for me. She's never had coffee.
What? Okay, stop it.
One more.
Stop. You had me at nuts because I thought, okay, she was raised on a commune where somebody had an allergy. Okay, I'm trying to formulate an environment where any of this lack makes sense. But coffee, that's a choice. That's like saying, I've never ridden in an automobile powered by gasoline. I mean, what the fuck?
Fetch me your ponies, please.
This is not, how do you hide these deformities? How do you hide it in polite society?
Here's my favorite one. She's never had, Mallory is at the beach with us and she's making a list of shit she wants to have in her dorm room, first time dorm room. And she's like, well, I need like grab and go snacks or something easy to tide me over between meals or friends meeting up when I get hangry. I don't need other people to see me hangry. So she's making a list of the dryish goods that you keep in your room to snack on and she puts on there goldfish.
I was thinking goldfish crackers.
It's perfect,
I was
right?
thinking goldfish crackers. That's a staple.
Hindi says, I've never had goldfish.
Okay. Why are we friends with Hindi?
And, well, because of all the 35 amazing qualities you listed at the top of this conversation.
They're getting chipped away. We got a giant 2-ton weight on the other side of this teeter-totter.
You don't see this as an opportunity to open like doors for her and share with her the most incredible things, like
I'm waiting for the backstory. I'm waiting for the Kimmy Schmittedness of this.
She
to
never
explain.
She was never in a well. She was never in a like. She doesn't
she
have.
Never Schmitted.
She never Schmitted.
I got news for you.
She Schmidt the bed.
This is a Schmidt situation.
She Schmidt the bed on this one?
I think her parents Schmidt the bed because God bless you, parent of Hindi. But what the fuck did you do?
I know what
eating an almond like a little stray squirrel. No, it's a fucking almond. It's an almond. I'm an Italian. We eat them shit covered with candy.
Yes. Ooh, Jordan. She hasn't. Nice. I promise you, she's never Jordaned, and she's Schmidt the bed on this. And I said, this feels like something that if I pick at it, more things are going to come out. That
when you get to coffee,
have trouble.
When you get to coffee,
yeah,
you realize we're dealing with a severely stunted person. Which let's just come at it from the nice reality. She overcome it. To overcome it, she really hides it very well.
You wouldn't know.
She presents as normal. She presents as adult. She presents as a thinking, living, breathing, charming, productive member of society. Now you want to tell me there's no peanut butter or coffee?
No
what
peanut
the
butter.
Fuck?
No coffee. Like this. No, you didn't grow up on goldfish. You have a son. You didn't give your son goldfish?
Wait a minute.
I don't really know the answer to that question.
Are you,
I know her son has had goldfish. He has to have.
Has she brought this trauma to the next generation? Is that what's going on?
I'm going to text her right now.
How do you have no peanut butter and no goldfish for a child with no allergies? That child has been in public, and he has had goldfish thrust upon him. Frankly, I sometimes take a goldfish and dip it in fucking peanut butter, and it's delightful.
Oh, my God, that's the best. Crunchy peanut butter.
Thank you.
I'll engage in the debate. Creamy, crunchy, creamy, crunchy. I understand in people's heads they don't want to when eating something they think mentally is smooth, but I'm a crunchy girl. But the fact that you've had neither crunchy or creamy
and what's
or
she saving
goldfish,
it for? What's she saving it for? What are you hiding from? Why are you scared?
Don't you think that after a while of not having had something, it develops like this? Oh, I've never had that. Like it's not as much a claim to fame or because there's no fame involved here. It's more of a I've never. Oh, and I never would because I never have. And guess what? I'm great. So why would I?
I don't know about that.
No?
I thought you were going toward it becomes a badge, because I see people hold a badge of honor for other.
Micah has had goldfish, by the way.
Indefensible choices, such as
not having goldfish.
I will list a few. I have never seen Star Wars.
Oh yeah, of course. I know
right, and now there's people who say no. There's more than one, and there's a lot.
I know. I mean, I know the kind of person you're talking about. They could make
a fucking club, right? And they probably do.
I've never seen The Godfather.
Thank you.
Okay,
now okay.
So you're choosing to miss out on something universally known to be great. Hindi, what are you doing? Eat that goldfish.
Yeah.
Have it
I've never taken
butter.
a fully deep breath. I mean, it's like at a certain point, there are things that you just need to fucking do. It's ridiculous. I'm super
I
sad
agree.
now.
And it was once again, a lovely weekend. Nonetheless, I'm
Marred
shocked by the
reality.
shit that she has never tried. And her husband just sits there shaking his head like, this is Hindi. This is what we got. She never had a goldfish.
Well, he's no better than her because they're both really fucking nice, and that's why they end up with each other. But
they fool you. Yeah, they fool you.
Well, that tells me that he's got some secret strangeness in his pockets, right?
I can't wait to figure that out.
Good old Yoga Jewel. What's he going to pull out for us? Terrified.
Jewel. It's not bad enough that we call him Joel instead of Joel. You did it too. You're like, Jewel.
Well, I got
Yoga
fucked
Jewel.
up. I got fucked up because I thought his name is not Joel. His name is not Joel. His name is not Joel. It's Jewel. And then that got in. And then that magically papered the inside of my head and no other words could peek through. So there we are.
So this weekend also, when we returned from the shore, Mallory said to me, I need a few things real quick at Target. And, after you do a long drive, you're like, wah, wah, take my car, go ahead. And she's like, why don't you come with me? I don't really say no. From senior year on for my children when
You're
they
so
say
charming. You could say, I don't really say no to my kids, period. Full stop. No qualifications needed.
But in this period of time where I know they're leaving me and this is finite time, absolutely, let's get in the car. We get in the car, we go check for and get a few of these. For my dorm room, I don't have scissors yet. I don't have this. And okay. Think. Slowly filling a cart. Strangely, we did this 4 days ago when we filled a cart. Okay. My daughter says to me, don't turn around, but there is Rupert Grint right behind you. Have you played this game with your friends? Been like, oh my God, that guy looks just like, don't look now, but at 3:00, there is a guy who looks just like.
I try to play it with Janine, but usually what she does is whip her entire body around, arms straight out in a point and go, him?
Oh
yeah,
God.
It's usually it's not subtle.
We are more subtle, but we kind of do it when somebody looks like somebody.
I gotcha.
No, it wasn't a lookalike. It was Rupert Grint.
He's not in Philadelphia. He's not in Philadelphia.
For those of you who don't know, Rupert Grint is Ron Weasley from Harry Potter, and he is currently filming in Philadelphia, Servant for Apple TV. So he's like in his third or fourth season of filming this show. Is that M. Night? I know it's fucked up. And I know M. Night is from my hometown here. And I know where his house is. And it's spectacular.
Okay. He can be as sad as he wants in that fucking house with his creepy, sad stories. Why don't you go hang around with that weird Steven from Boston? Because you two are fucked up, and I know it's Maine. I don't like either one of you.
He's in Massachusetts. He's not Massachusetts. He's in Maine with your friends.
Yeah, correct me with the wrong M state. My favorite.
So I'm like, he is not. And I turn around, and he's gone. So I'm like, fuck that. Everybody here has had Grint sightings because of this filming. There are pictures of him on Instagram.
You're a mean one, Rupert Grint.
Exactly. My daughter works at the local Paoli Starbucks. She sees him all the time. And I'm like, First of all, my first thought was, you had to give me like the, I don't know.
Don't turn around.
Creepy, unattractive one from,
right.
He's adorable, because then I proceeded to race around Target nonchalantly. Picture that, racing nonchalantly, because I know she's waiting to check out.
You're not a good hider. I know.
She would not come with me. She did not want to make him feel uncomfortable. He just had a kid a little while ago, so he's shopping. I found him in the toy aisle, and he was wearing sunglasses and a hat, so he did not want to be noticed, right? So I did not say anything, and I just kept walking, but my eyeballs had to be lain upon him so that I can see for myself. He is not the unattractive one from Harry Potter. He's adorable.
Well, let me just say this.
I thought he was awkward, but he's not. He's cute.
I will take it all the way back to sunglasses and hat and the reality that nobody minds praise. So I do not find it.
Is that true? People don't want to just be left alone?
Yes, he wants to be left alone, but nobody minds praise. So there's a way for you to have an encounter that does not impinge upon him there, not really wanting to be recognized. I just want to be fucking normal today. But for somebody to walk by and say,
"Oh, Rupert."
No, to say,
big fan.
I take such joy in your work, Mr. Grint. Enjoy your day and keep walking. He'll fucking like that. It's not about you taking from him. It's about you telling him what he has gifted you. That's very different than, hey, can I stick my whole torso in front of you and make you smile when you haven't really brushed your teeth and put my arm around your waist even though I don't know you, and then I need to tell you about my sister who's in the emergency room. Yeah, no. It's you giving him a gift in thanks and gratitude for the many gifts he's given you. And by the time he processes what's just happened, you're already gone.
I'm in the car.
Everyone loves that, especially someone who has all of the shit of fame. You on the other side of that teeter-totter is, well, fame can be great. It can suck, but the great part is mountains of adulation flowing at you like the best universe's vibrations. Give it. Always give. That's not you taking, that's you giving. And he gets to receive.
Right,
always,
so as long as I'm not asking something from him, like an autograph, by the way, who asks for those anymore?
You
or
are
a
giving
selfie.
Him a
I'm
compliment.
telling him, love your life's work. Too afraid to watch what you're currently filming in my hometown. but because then Mallory's like, well, what's he doing here? I'm like, search servant.
He's looking for you. He needs a new bride. He wants you in his life, Mallory. That's what he's doing.
He was kind of with his wife, but
put him in your cart. Yeah.
Oh, put him in your car. I think that's usurping his time and body. So that would be. But we were both just like
a little abductee. Yeah.
Just a hint of abduction. That's all I want. Like just a hint of abduction. We were both like electrified for the rest of the day. We're like, oh my God. Because she saw him first. And it's not that
she's such a fucking super fan who writes fan fiction. I really feel like this is a ridiculously missed opportunity. To not take anything from it other than the opportunity to give back love. That's
just
all it would have been.
You wouldn't
just
even
give
have to
back
say,
love.
I have written so many better storylines.
No, it's not about you. It's
right.
about you've made my life
Big
better
fan.
with your acting.
Big
Thank
fan.
you. I take
Thank
such
you,
joy in watching your work.
I wish you were with us yesterday.
You're a huge part of your characters are a huge part of my life. Thanks. That's it.
And you shop at Target. They're just like us. Celebrities.
I bought that toy and it sucks. Get the other one.
By the way, you don't want this. You want this.
That girl in Paoli sucks. Come to my Starbucks. Yes.
And try peanut butter and goldfish before you turn
We don't have to tell him. It's
50.
Rupert fucking Grint. It's Rupert fucking Grint. He has had coffee. He has had goldfish. He has had peanut butter. And he's had them all on set of Harry Potter. And if that doesn't tell you, Hindi, then
he
even
knows how to
fucking
eat
Ron
an almond.
Weasley can do it. And he eats turd-flavored frogs. Come on. Come on now.
Earwax flavored jelly beans. You can do it.
Yikes.
You can do it. So we came home from this weekend of fun at the shore to, what if we didn't go to Target tonight? We probably would have seen him somewhere else. But I honestly feel like he's now a local boy. So
it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
We'll probably see him again. Fingers crossed. As she leaves for college.
Well, I was going to say she won't because she's heading down south to Delaware way. Yeah. So it's going to be awesome. I'm the Bantu of banter. I take a long time to follow your advice, but I do eventually follow it. And I started watching Only Murders in the Building, and now the entire season 1 is gone because we've just devoured it. And my favorite part is that the 2 old guys who were like nearly 70 send text messages and communicate with nearly 30-year-olds like I do. And I'm not that old. I text that way because I think it's funny, but I also text that way because in fairness, I receive and send so many texts. Nobody ever knows it's me. So I do have to identify myself. I only do it once. I don't do it every time. And I get a lot of texts from people that say, hi, this is blah, blah, blah from blah, 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 because they're using a text like a DM. And if they don't do it, I will delete you unread.
I know who you are.
So I'm just saying. But my favorite is when somewhere in the early season, in the early episode, the 2 old dudes, and it's Martin Short and Steve Martin.
Like the best combination of 2 old dudes ever.
So they're sitting there and they're trying to figure out how they can get a hold of Selena Gomez. Is that right? Okay. And she's somewhere else and they have to contact her. And he picks up his phone to call her. And Martin Short looks at him and he goes, no, I think we sent a text. Calls tend to enrage them for some reason. And I was like, oh,
yes,
God,
he's right, too.
It's fucking right. And then later on, Steve Martin goes on a date and they're trying to give him like dating tips. So Selena Gomez, like everything Martin Short says, she's like, no to
Don't
all of
do
that. That hand gesture, don't ever do that again. Like just all of the things were so fucking
so
good.
deadpan. No, don't do any of that. That's all wrong.
It's a delight and you need to watch it right now. It's fantastic.
When you're finished with our podcast, please take a moment to start Only Murders.
Nope, you can leave. It's better than what we're doing, and they know
it's absolutely better than what we're doing. I don't want to lose you, though. I don't know that my celebrity sighting is going to keep you here, but stay.
One is never lost if found when sought.
Come for the friends who don't eat goldfish. Stay for the Rupert Grint sighting.
I'm telling you. That's an eventful weekend.
I think so. Then came the age-old question of when a neighbor received a box of Federal donuts from a friend who stopped by just to bring her breakfast, which was lovely. She said, I can't have these in the house because I want to find a man, and I never will if I stay home and eat a dozen donuts. So I'm dropping them off at your house because you already have a man, and it looks like you have company. So this box of donuts that has greased through the entire box lands on my kitchen island, and the conversation begins. What is your favorite donut? And I said, all of them.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Anything that doesn't have something berry involved with it, either smeared on top or shoved in its middle.
Berry can be really good. Don't hate on the berry. Berry can be really
Not
good.
in a fried donut. For me, no thank you. In my oh so humble opinion, no thank you. Anything you're going to fry and slap some glaze or powdered sugar on.
You don't want a fried jelly donut with a jelly in the middle? What's that jelly made of?
Sugar.
Berry flavored jam.
I don't like actually they are a Jewish holiday special called suvganiot, which is a jelly donut. It's anything made in Greece for Hanukkah that they serve them. Remember that holiday where everything is greasy and oil and grease and oil?
Yeah, because your cell phone stayed charged for 8 days without a plug. Got it.
That's exactly what happened. I think you're Jewish now.
I've been watching.
So for Hanukkah, anything with oil is the thing to shove main line. That means suvganiot. And I said, I will take that donut and I will eat the outside around it and leave a pile of gelatinous disgustingness in the middle for someone else.
Now I got to make a fucking jelly donut because you don't understand how to live in the world. You're as bad as your friend Indy. That's why you're fucking friends. Somewhere in the base vibrations of your bodies, you guys attracted each other because you have weirdness about food.
I do. You think a gelatinous pouring through your teeth, like the texture of, is it gooey? Is it seedy, crunchy? Is it whatever? Is the same as not eating peanut butter and goldfish?
I don't think you understand how donuts work. Let's start there. A freshly fried, quick glazed, delicious, jelly-filled donut. The outside of the donut is still warm. It's coated in those little baby sugar crystals that haven't fully dissolved. There's a dusting of glaze over the top. Maybe it's some sort of a vanilla. Maybe it's an added flavor. You bite into it so that you get that icing right through your teeth. Then there's the crisp, fresh fried, delicious yeasty donut. And then just as you're about to get all the way through to the other side,
you throw up because you hit a gelatinous.
A little, it's not gelatinous. You're thinking of a shitty donut.
You're thinking of crappy peanut butter and goldfish. All right, let me try
Once
again.
your teeth reach that magic middle layer,
it's
picture it filled with super tart, sweet, freshly prepared raspberry jam that you might put on a croissant earlier. And the second you taste that flavor of the sour, but only for a millisecond, because now we're back to full berry sweet, and it's almost cool. So it's a texture and a temperature shift. And now you get to the other side of the donut that is warm and sugary and yeasty and coated in crystals again. And you chew the whole thing up, and it's a fucking delight. That's a jelly donut.
I don't know how you did it. You kind of made me want to try it.
You have to have a good one. You cannot get a sad sack of greasy dough from the Kroger back bin covered in wax that some child picked his nose, put in a bag, and handed to you, and it's been sitting on a counter for 2 hours. Bite it and feel like that's anything remotely like what I just talked about. No, 1,000 times no. Stop it. I will slap that donut to the ground. It's not even a donut.
You're saying Dunkin' Donuts should not carry.
Dunkin' Donuts, I got on now. Here comes the sacrilege. Get ready for the big giant male sack of hate. Dunkin' Donuts kind of doesn't do it all the time. Every Dunkin' is a little different, and many of them suck. You got to watch them. Sometimes you'll come across a Dunkin' Donut that still makes that old school French cruller, which isn't even really a donut. It's really more of like a joyful mouth paste that tastes delicious, and you just want to eat it. That's what a cruller
mouth
is.
Paste. How do you order that specifically?
You order it thus. I would like 4 French crullers, please. No crullers today. That's what they say every time.
Really?
Until the one time you have them, and then you eat 1.5 of those, and you think, I will never eat this shit again. And every time you do. Every time.
Is that like me getting devil dogs every time I do an Instacart?
Probably.
I eat it, and I'm like, I mean, it serves.
Well, the thing with the French crullers is it's that choux pastry, or it should be. I don't know what kind of derivation they do at Dunkin' Donuts. It's basically an eclair, right? But instead of crisp frying it, it somehow stays. Maybe they do fry it, but then they coat it so heavily on the outside with sugar, the sugar defeats the fry. So now it is just this soft, gooey, chewy, mouth-filling. Oh my God, I gotta get a fucking cruller. We don't even have Dunkin' Donuts in my state.
Amy,
go.
30 seconds. Name all the donuts. Go.
Fuck. French cruller, Boston cream, old-fashioned, chocolate cake, apple crumb cake, chocolate sprinkle, maple glazed, jelly filled. Dutch apple. What's the one that's cinnamon? The one that's dusted with cinnamon crumb. The one that feels like it's got all those crumblies on the outside where it's chopped up. Ooh, peanut butter, chopped peanut butter on the chopped peanut. What do they fucking call that? Also donut. And then there's like...
Stop.
And then there's like...
So you know that I'm not saying just stop. I'm saying time's up. Last time you're like, why do you tell me to just stop already?
Because I suck so bad.
You had 11.
I was trying to picture the case.
I think the apple was a repeat. I think the apple was a repeat. But I have to tell you, if you were you got 11.
Well, filled, unfilled.
Mazel, that was great. Filled, unfilled, good point. If I stood at the Amish market and I looked at their counter.
I had the wrong visual in my head.
Right? I could go vanilla cream, Boston cream. They make 2 different types of fritters. Blueberry fritter, apple fritter. They have one that has M&M, chocolate frosted M&M.
Well,
sprinkles.
Sidebar, Senator, I actually omitted all fritters because technically fritters and eclairs, and even to some degree the cruller, I don't count as a donut. I was counting yeast donuts and cake donuts only, so I was limiting my answers.
Okay, so all of that work you did inside your brain shaved seconds off your clock where you could have been less worky and more donutty.
Thanks, Coach. Yeah. Good tip.
I do like that you did put in the old fashioned. That makes me super happy. And for some reason, I enjoy a good old fashioned.
They're so good.
They're so
good.
Good.
They're like
even
cakes,
day
but then they're not
they're
cakes.
They're not.
They're so good.
You have to work a little harder than you would on a donut that would slide right down. You almost need a hint of shit that Hindi doesn't drink. Coffee. Oh my God.
I don't understand. What is she drinking? Isn't she a lawyer? I mean, I don't even get how this works.
She is a lawyer, and I believe her husband cleared it up for us perfectly this weekend when he said, the more chemicals in the beverage, the happier she is. She drinks like Coke Zero and just chemical.
I know some of these people.
Yeah.
I know some of these people who go the alternate route.
She works out like it's nobody's business. She's like alt CrossFit kind of human and then rides Peloton, but she will only drink a beverage if it is insulting to water. If it has chemicals.
I mean, I'm here to tell you that coffee-based, air quotes, drinks are the highest form of chemical tomfoolery. They're not even coffee. It's just a sugar delivery device studded with caffeine. And it costs $9. I feel like this is right up her alley. This is a CrossFit dream. This is why people who develop more muscle and sinew than bone actually need coffee. That's why they go after it, right? That's why they do these
They're
workouts.
chasing something.
They say, I am transforming my body into a non-human level of fitness so that I can drink this vat.
Let me power it with
of
chemicals.
Coffee-flavored sugar. That's why they do it. And then the rest of us just choose to drink the coffee-flavored sugar without doing the exercise. And that's a plan you can subscribe to as well.
I love a good Boston cream donut because
they're the best.
You get to first of all, it's like 7 pounds from the Amish market. It's like a 7-pound donut. It's a day's activity to get through it. And that's just and I did start by saying I love all of the donuts unless it's jelly. And then I got attacked, but I will continue to say I could eat the shit out of just a plain glazed donut. I also keep in a different category. What's that place? The Krispy Kreme people?
Yes,
that's a different category by itself.
We are headquartered here. Yeah.
Really?
It was created in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Well, as that glaze falls over that conveyor belt of donuts, I just came. Excuse me for a second.
It's really fun to go to a Krispy Kreme because they make most of the donut stores a factory. So they put a giant glass viewing pane, and then you even step up on a little. They've built up a little ledge so that you can step up and walk along at the right height, like all of this, and you just follow the donut from its yeast proofing tray all the way through to your fucking face. So it goes through the sugar bath twice.
Follow the donut. That's all I hear.
It's just beautiful because they go ding, 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 ding. And it's just that sugar bath is
joy.
It's really, it takes your breath away.
It's
you just
incredible.
Watch it.
And then when it comes to you warm with that sugar bath.
And they don't even touch the donuts. They're too good and too easily susceptible to being crushed because they're still so soft. They barely hold their shape.
Pillows.
So they are pillows. So they take a wooden dowel and they sort of lift them from the center and plop them on a piece of waxed paper on a little white cardboard box, crimp and fold the sides and slide it to you with your choice of milk
I didn't
or
realize
coffee.
That was multi-orgasmic. Here we go.
And then they have these beautiful, comfortable seats where you can sit there. And actually, one time we were there for, I don't remember which kid it was, truly, one of the kids' birthdays. And
keep the kids out of it. Get back to the donuts.
got him dressed up. He was like 5. Got him dressed up. Took him there because that's what he wanted, was to go and see. So we sat down and we'd made this whole big experience. And some dude was there, just an old dude who went and had his donut every sup. And he heard that it was my child's birthday, and he gave him $5. And you would think that this kid there was no bigger day. We refused. We couldn't. We were like, no, stop. And he's like, I insist. It's a birthday. And we're like, oh my God. So we got to see the donuts, got to eat the donuts, got $5. This was a big day.
And I'm thinking of how many donuts I can shove in my pie hole for $5. Yes, I mean my pie hole.
But I mean, it's because the donut becomes a kind of a community event. It becomes an experience. They're better than just stroke-inducing calorie bombs. They're fantastic.
They are fantastic, and I highly support them. And when my husband, who's an entrepreneur, comes up with new ideas for things that are only
it's a donut, but it's made of $5
frowned upon, like let's open a bagel place. I'm like, everybody just went carb free. What are you thinking opening a bagel place? And nobody's eating carbs anymore.
Don't kill his dreams, please.
That's my job. What are you talking
even
about?
when they're dumb dreams, don't kill them. I mean, let him kill them. Give him facts. Let the facts kill his dreams.
Did you know that 100% of donut shops
this is so exciting.
within the first 90
We're
days?
so, you know what? Let's take a look. Where's the best place for us to put our bagel shop? Should we put it next door to this one or that one? Or where
right
should we put it?
CrossFit?
Let's see, there's 18 bagel shops in a 6-mile radius. Where should we put ours?
Where should we put ours, right?
Yeah.
The best one.
There's not really a lot of room for a 17th bagel shop, do you think?
What about a donut shop? Well, actually,
that's maybe a little more. That still achieves your result, but it doesn't lead with you're so stupid.
So
now you're slurring too. Yes, I'm sorry.
Right. That's so fucking dumb. There's no way we're.
I hope
Melissa.
your stupidity kills you. Yes, it's not nice. You could
Thanks,
be nicer.
So I would say that is Stuart's biggest
Good
pet
dream,
peeve,
kids. Yeah.
that I'm a dream killer.
You kind of are if that's what you say to him when he has a
am.
dream. Even though the dream is stupid.
Well, if you have a stupid dream, it's literally my responsibility. You can't read our ketubah, which is our marriage contract, which is written in Hebrew and hanging in our dining room. But in the fine print of our ketubah, it absolutely, depending on how you interpret it, it absolutely says,
I promise to kill all stupid dreams.
All stupid dreams will be murdered by party in the first part. And that was me. So
he signed it and it was blessed by God.
We had witnesses sign it, rabbis sign it.
I was there. I didn't read it either.
Witnessed it, and it's in our ketubah. So that would be his biggest pet peeve.
You fucked, Stuart.
What is yours?
About you?
No,
or in life?
No.
Sorry.
Pretend I'm Rupert Grint. Say nice things about me, and then tell me your biggest pet peeve.
I take such joy in your work, Melissa.
Thank
you. Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy your donut. My biggest pet peeve, I'm sure I have one. I don't necessarily have a zenith pet peeve. I feel like I have a lot of low grade. I have like gravel.
Everything pisses me off a little bit.
It's like I can't. I'm sure that I do, and everyone who knows me is like, I know what it is, and I'm gonna do it right now. Like whatever the thing is, I don't know. Some of them that I can get over. Oh, my son does this all the time.
I was gonna say your kids could tell you what they are.
Well, he wants to have. My oldest loves to share the show that he's been waiting for, the creativity, the comic, the story. I want you immersed in this world because it's been
with me, so I can share it.
It's been so transformative for me, and I'm so excited, and let's share it together. And oh, great, and look, it's finally a thing. And we sit down to watch it, and then we press play, and the music swells, and he says, now. And he wants to tell me the backstory or what's happening in the thing. And I'm like, and so I do the Marnie plan, which is I press pause. And then I will listen to what he says. And I say, okay. And then I'll press play. And we'll advance about 8 seconds. And then he'll start again. And I'll press pause. So for a 29-second show, it takes us 3 days to fucking watch it because he wants to... And it is fruitless to say, let's watch it and maybe talk after. Or not at all.
Or plan a yogurt break for the middle, and you can catch me up on things you think I've missed.
It's like, you want to watch a show, man, or you want to have a conversation? Let's go get a coffee. Like, come on, this is... And the other thing is I feel like I'm doing a disservice to all future friends and lovers, because if he can't sit through a show without keeping his flap trapped, they're going to stab you in the neck. You're not going to survive the world. You've got to be quiet. And we are a very violent society, and someone will kill you. If you're talking in the movies, if you're talking during the TV show, you can't talk.
Our kids should never date. She would kill him. Yeah.
It's a shut up medium. It's shut up. We're watching now. We're watching and listening and engaging. It's like you wouldn't talk to me in the theater, but oh yes, you actually do. And this is a theater kid. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You gotta shut up. What are you doing?
That
counts as a peeve. That's
peeveable.
That's peeveable. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yes,
that's
Sister
peeveable.
Yes. I think my biggest pet peeve, it used to be when I lived in Manhattan, when you're walking at a pace to go somewhere or do something and somebody walks in front of you and pretty much stops either to look at their cell phone or walk much slower than you. And you
We're back to Janine. She would kill that person.
Well,
she would physically
she's not wrong.
Assault them.
I've absolutely thought about it, but that happened when driving home from the shore yesterday. I'm driving and somebody pulls in front of me and slows the fuck down, and I'm like, I'm in the left lane. I'm passing car after car after, and you thought now was the time to just zoop right in front of me and pretty much stop, and I almost lost my shit. I'm like, what? And I will look around. What did I miss in this scenario that made what you did okay? Because I want to believe the best in that fucking stupid shit you just pulled in front of me on the road. But I couldn't find a thing. And that's when Mallory put it together. She's like, yeah, it's like walking in front of you and stopping.
Why do you want to believe the best? I feel like they're demonstrating
the worst.
They are the worst when they do this. At a certain point, you had to receive credentials to drive that car. Someone told you. This is not how you fucking behave. Someone explained it to you. And you had to take a test or 2 tests to say, I agree. I know. I won't. Stop.
Right. Psych, I'm doing it.
Oh, my God.
Do you know that driving test only happens one time?
It happens later times.
Yeah, when?
When you get in trouble.
Oh, if you lose your license?
I have heard... No, you have to take it again when you get in trouble, when you need glasses or have dementia or you get old.
I can go and get glasses right now, and I don't need to go take a driving test again.
You have to take an eye test.
I don't. Your license just renews.
They make you take an eye test. Eventually, they make you take an eye test.
At what age?
I've had to take them before, but I've always had, my license has always required glasses to drive 100%. So I've never had a license that didn't require it. And I think it's somewhere they write on the license, but maybe they've stopped doing that.
No, it says corrective lenses. I get that. But then I had LASIK surgery.
They still make you look into that weird thing and figure out if things are red or blue or if they're far or near.
When are you doing that? You do not go back to DMV, but forget that. I don't know, the license with the star on it.
Yes, a real ID.
Bullshit.
I don't know. I go to the driver's license all the time because I have 3 teens. So I'm going there again in a couple of weeks. I'm always there. We hang out.
But not for you. You've not taken and done and
I feel like
brought forms and waited and taken a ticket like you're at the deli counter, but you leave without a sandwich.
I speed a lot, so I've had to sit in a class to reduce points, but I didn't have to drive anything. I just had to sit through a big, long lecture about how Princess Diana died because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt, which I don't know how that makes me not speed, but okay. And no, I didn't have to drive again. Surely you have to drive again because on the Brady Bunch, grandmothers and stuff are always going and having to take a secondary driving test. And there's like cones involved. Isn't that right?
Grandmothers. I don't even remember a grandmother from that show.
I don't watch that show, and I'm just trying to say it's a bad reference. I just feel like my body tells me that there's a driving test involved again. It tells me so.
And I got to tell you, I've been on this platform of Peloton for a while, and it definitely tells you to trust your body. I don't trust your body right now.
It's usually a good move.
Pet peeve. So I don't love emptying the dishwasher. It's not my favorite activity to do. It's just... But here's the thing. If someone else does it trying to be helpful, they're going to do it wrong. Do you see as a rational adult?
I don't understand.
Do you see that there are two different sizes of forks? Do you see that there's a salad fork and a stab your partner fork?
How do you put things away wrong? Putting it in the dishwasher wrong.
I don't care about that.
That I can understand. I can understand how there can be rules that are abandoned. It's a fucking cabinet. It's a fucking drawer. Shit only goes in one place. How do you put it away wrong?
So all the forks are together in one gathering spot. Well, there's a half empty one that has the three small forks left in it. So it is the lead to follow if you look in the drawer, or your brain just says fork and you lift forks and you throw them all into the large fork area. Somehow people in my home are unable to put away Tupperware that just sits on countertops, and sports bottles also just sit on countertops. Look, here's what I'm saying. If you're going to do it, put the fucking shit away and put it where it belongs. If I say now in my head, don't put it down, put it away. Don't put it down, put it away. Why can't you, I got to tell you, I can't yell at you because you're doing something to help me and you're doing something kind because you know that everything lands on me. So you're like, oh, let me help out my wife, my mother, my whatever, and put this shit away. A, forks don't go there. B, these sport bottles need to be coupled with their top and put in a cabinet, not on the countertop below the cabinet. And my debate is, even though this is an intense pet peeve of mine, I've taken the low road, high road. I've taken a road that has me shutting the fuck up because somebody else did something to be helpful, and I am grateful for that.
That's the high road. The low road is taking the sport bottle and sticking it under the pillow in that person's bed, so that when they go to sleep tonight and don't understand, they'll be like, oh, that's where I thought it went because I emptied the dishwasher. That's the really low road.
Just not the big fork under the pillow, just
because it didn't make sense to put it in the cabinet. I thought this was a better place to put it. That's what I chose to do.
The rest of your sentence was, it didn't make sense to put it in the cabinet where all of the other ones are. Wait, little forks to the left, big forks to the right. No, all forks in the middle. And I can't really, although this is something I'm confident my husband will hear. And his answer, and every time I say, hey, their answer, everyone is, then do it yourself.
Yeah, that's not okay. That's super wrong and rude.
Everybody
and not okay.
Get out. This home is no longer yours.
The answer is, hey, I need you. I'm in the kitchen. Can you come here for a sec? And then they come to join you in the kitchen under whatever false pretense to get them into the kitchen,
long as it's false.
And say, I'm gonna walk you through putting this stuff that you left on the counter in the right place because I'm not doing it. And every time you leave it in the wrong place, you're going to come back and put it in the right place. Here we go. Let's go.
Here we
go. That's something that you can do. It's also good luck with that is what most people with children would say. But at the same time, when you put it away after they do the wrong thing, that does not further the goal of getting them to do the right thing. It solidifies
the wrong thing. And I want to say thank you because you thought well enough to help. And but what am I thanking you for? Making me fucking crazy? Thanks for making me wacko. By the way, when you complain that my mother's crazy, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. They also don't see the difference sometimes. But that driving and stopping walking in front of me, it used to be like the average flat tire if you're wearing a slide or a flip-flop and somebody steps on the back of your shoe or even a sneaker and they just jack your cadence and you're walking and they fuck you up. My dog.
A lot of times they ruin your shoe too.
And ruin your shoe. My dogs do that now. Frankly, he walks behind me and I'm walking and he'll step on the back of my little Tiva sandal and I will trip inevitably because this 80-pound dog decided I can't get close enough. I can't get close enough. I have to catch up with her. She almost got a full step away. So yeah, he takes me down every time. Pet only me. Pet only me.
Puppies.
How about, do you want to hear the things that will age you prematurely?
Well, yes. I'm sure I'm not doing them all.
So that you can stop doing them?
Lay it on me.
Barbecuing too much. Studies have shown barbecuing meats can increase your chances of developing cancer due to the nitrites from it.
What do you mean? Actually cooking it or eating it? Standing there cooking it?
No, eating the cooked meats. When you barbecue too much, when you eat too many barbecued meats, you increase your chance of developing number of types of cancers.
Okay.
Because of the nitrates and nitrites and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Number 2, listening to music too loudly. If you blast your music through your headphones, you'll be hurting your ears and your hearing will suffer. Well,
already
I think
done. Check.
That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nitrates are my favorite traits. Let's go.
They're my favorite traits. Binging on TV shows that do nothing for your mind. It's important to wind down.
Stupid list.
Only because we do all of the things.
Well, no. I feel like it's a really fucking judgy list. Okay. Number 1, because do nothing for your mind is a really loaded phrase. My mind is so active. I rewrite multiple stories in and around all the shit that I'm watching, no matter what fictional story I'm watching. No, I not only do I need to slow it down, but I also, it's actively creating based on the input of the show that I'm watching. So fuck you, list. Next.
Living a sedentary life.
All right,
you got to move.
List.
We know that. You got to move.
I won't.
I'm not even reading that one.
Okay.
I'm not reading that one.
Yeah.
Focusing on old, unhelpful thoughts.
Hey! This is my list. I'm feeling it. I got all of these. I got every one of them. This is excellent. Woo!
What do I get?
I win?
What do I get? 15 out of 15. What do I get?
Early death.
It's easy to get stuck in the past, but if that's all you think about all day, negative things that happen to you can take over all of your time, and that's bad for your mind and well-being. Thank you.
Okay. Yep.
Ready? Another one. Not meditating. Amy, did you write this list? Is this your autobiography?
This list is so made up and so stupid. Okay, sure. Got it.
Meditation may seem overrated, but the fact of the matter is that it helps. It has many healing benefits. And here's what I say to that. Wah, 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 wah. Not sleeping on your side.
Other people say don't sleep on your side. So fuck you, list. Which side?
If you sleep on your belly or your back, you're increasing the chances of developing neurological diseases such as Alzheimer's, and it's not good for your overall health. You sleep on your side, it lowers your risk of age-related ailments. Joelle or Jewel, you're going to like this one. Not doing yoga.
Okay.
You got to do yoga to stay bendy. That's not what it says, but that's what it means. Stay bendy.
I like bending.
Your beliefs that life will only get worse. Is this my nana? If you keep thinking life is just downhill from where you are, that's manifesting. So don't do that.
Oh my God, this list is so ridiculous.
Heating your home too much.
As published in Sorry Loser magazine.
Oops, Sucks to Be You magazine also quotes this study. Heating your house too much. When it's a cold winter day and you want to put the heat up strongly, this is not an English speaker who wrote this article.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, my husband has everything on an app now. So he realizes that when you leave one house to go to another, you from your app can change the temperature.
Yeah.
But we did discover that our home on the home front is powered by geothermal. And you can't just turn that shit off. It needs to maintain, let's just say we came home and it was 88 degrees upstairs in our house and we switched it to go back to 72. And when we went to bed, it was 84 degrees in our house. And the change from the heat to the cool when you have geothermal is lengthy and brutal. Slouching at your desk is harmful.
This list is such a fucking buzzkill.
But also, if you're not doing the yoga from 3 things ago,
things that will prematurely age you. Reading this fucking judgy list.
I love all of those things. Dear listener, what are habits that you feel you have that are aging you prematurely? Or, oh my God, Amy, what if our dear listeners had things that could extend our life? You know what? Let's be fucking positive. Talk to Rupert Grint the next time you see him and write us and tell us things that you've discovered that will extend your life. And if one of them is turning 50 and getting one of the biggest zits you've ever had on your face as your friend Amy watches you on this portal and says,
I thought that was
do you think
mole.
she knows?
Jesus, that's zit.
Do you think she knows that's zit?
Well, it reads like a mole. No, it reads like a mole. Just embrace it. It's like a Cindy Crawford kind of. Just cover it with a little. Cover it with a little mascara.
Oh my God,
You'll be fine. It's gonna
enormous.
look great.
There's some toothpaste on it right now, which makes it look a little bigger. But look, man, I washed my face and I was like,
wow,
I'm gonna paste up. She's not gonna notice, is she? It's enormous. So if you have.
No, I hadn't noticed until you stuck your finger at it like one of those lighted pointers and said, observe the mole.
Obviously this means
I don't know.
a female in my life is getting her period and she's taking me down with her. Please let us know if there are items that could extend our lives, because we read you a list of possibly 15 that will shorten it, and we partake in all of them. So we need whatever advice you have to give us. Professional, urban legend, mythical, we'll take them all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your feedback, which is premature, but I know you're going to come at me, so bring it. And thanks for listening. We love you.
Love you. All right.
Bye.
Bye.